was a kid, I had those 2 experiences, which included 2 sightings. And I always wondered what those were. And I really would like to make contact with other ET races, benevolent races.
There's 2 UFOs there, and he's watching them, and then the one lands and the other one takes off.
So we're going to stand on the ground where an actual craft touched the ground.
Yeah. And where there was something like an encounter where the guy actually sticks his head inside the craft, and he's looking around inside the craft to see where these voices are coming from.
We've been traveling around the world for the last 4 years, meeting the top people in ufology, the top people who have and continue to make contact.
As it got dark, he was able to watch it for half an hour or 40 minutes, and he said that once it was dark, all it was a bright white light.
There's got to be something behind it. And again, maybe they don't like to be filmed. And I was filming a lot. I really wanted the evidence, and that was my motivation. So, but that was a personal experience. So I know they exist. Other people have seen them.
And there's so many stories about their experiences.
And I stopped, and then the light receded, and so, oh, what was that? So I started again in the same spot, with my laser pointer, and the light came back out again, like 5 times in a row, in the same spot.
They have seen ET beings in the flesh. They've seen almost like holographic projection.
It was a blink of light like I've never seen before.
And then they've just seen them in the sky, and they've had telepathic connection.
Well, it was perfect, because I just moved to the right, and there it was. And it was cruising.
And so many people can't be making this up. I know they haven't been making it up. And we want to experience it for ourselves. There's so much information on the internet. Some is true, but probably a lot isn't. And I need to really sift through this. It does move across the sky fast. I want the math to absolutely prove one way or the other, but more importantly, actually make contact. Receive the message for me and each member of our group, what it is the ETs want us to do and help out with humanity on this planet, and what message they have for us as a group. So we really mean it from the heart, we're sincere, and we'd really like to make contact.
So we're on the ferry from Tawasin, and we're going to Nanaimo. And from Nanaimo, which is just over here, about an hour and a half, an hour 40 minutes. And then from Nanaimo, we're going to be driving to Duncan. And of course, Duncan, as you know, has got a lot of history with UFOs.
We've been researching a lot about the Granger Taylor story. It's very fascinating. There's even documentaries that have been done. We're actually going to go to the very place where he lived. We're going to be going to the mountain where he was allegedly abducted.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And they say that they never even found his car. Now, Charles, you live here in BC, and you've been telling me there's a lot of things, a lot of stories here, both on the island and on the coast.
For the last several years, I've been seeing a lot of UFOs around the Vancouver area from my apartment and from some parks in the local area. And a lot of them are being flying over to the Vancouver Island area, going north, going northwest. And I've always wanted to go to the island to do some sky watching. And then here you guys call me. Not even a week later, when I'm thinking about this and want to plan this expedition. So this is ideal, and I've got some great connections that have seen a lot of UFOs. One which we're going to be going in a couple of days, it's in Powell River. And there's been a lot of sightings of larger crafts, size of triangles, which I haven't seen around the Vancouver area. But that's what I'm hoping to see, is not more than, of course, orbs, spheres that I've been seeing around Vancouver, but seeing the big crafts. And I have this feeling that they all seem to be migrating towards that area, going more north, northwest onto the Vancouver Island area and Salt Spring Island, all the different islands in the Sunshine Coast. And we're going to be passing by that in all those areas. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm so glad I'm with you guys. And it's not only because, there's a lot of people that are looking for UFOs. It just seems to be that there's a lot of migration of sightings of UFOs in the area. And again, back in 2011 and to 2014, 2015 was a huge flap. I call it a flap area in the Vancouver area. I was never really a UFO buff. I was totally a skeptic. I didn't believe in it. But in 2010, 2011, I had my first sighting. And so I was really interested. I had to look into it. And of course, I bought night vision gear and I started looking at the skies and I started seeing some amazing, and they were UFOs. And that went on for 2 or 3 years consistently, every second night, every third night. And I've got quite a few videos that you've seen. But what I've seen mostly now, and it seems like there's been a big uptick in a lot of the UFOs in Vancouver that I've been seeing, they're going towards the island. They're going to the central part and to the northern parts where we're going to be going. So I know we're going to be seeing something.